Welcome to The Stoic Strength, a channel dedicated to exploring the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and its application in the modern world. Our goal here is to dive deep into the teachings of ancient Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca, and uncover how these principles can guide us in our daily lives, offering tools for personal growth, resilience, and happiness. Today, we're focusing on a particularly transformative aspect of Stoicism. Stoicism for self-improvement, progress, not perfection. This topic touches the very heart of Stoic philosophy, which teaches us the importance of focusing on our own progress and the journey of self-improvement, rather than being paralyzed by the pursuit of an unattainable ideal of perfection. In our everyday lives, this Stoic approach can be incredibly liberating. It encourages us to take action, control what we can, and accept what we cannot, all while striving to better ourselves through virtue, wisdom, and self-discipline. Whether you're dealing with challenges at work, navigating personal relationships, or simply seeking to live a more fulfilled and content life, the Stoic emphasis on progress over perfection can provide a practical and empowering framework to guide your actions and decisions. Join us as we explore 10 key points from Stoic philosophy that can help us on our path to self-improvement, backed by the profound insights and quotes from the Stoics themselves. By integrating these principles into our daily routines, we can cultivate a mindset that values growth, embraces challenges as opportunities, and finds contentment in our present circumstances. So whether you're a longtime follower of Stoicism or just curious about what it has to offer, we're glad you're here with us on The Stoic Strength. Let's embark on this journey of self-improvement together, embracing the wisdom of the Stoics to lead lives of greater resilience, purpose, and joy. Start where you are. The journey of self-improvement begins with acknowledging and accepting your current state. The wisdom in the quote attributed to Epictetus, "Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking," serves as a powerful reminder that action is the catalyst for change, not ideal conditions or perfect timing. In the context of our daily lives, this means embracing the present moment as the right time to start making changes, however small they may be. Starting where you are means doing a realistic assessment of your current situation, acknowledging both your strengths and areas for growth. It's about recognizing that the perfect time to begin doesn't exist outside of now. This mindset encourages you to take small, actionable steps towards our goals, understanding that progress is incremental and every effort counts. For example, if you're looking to improve your physical health, start with a short walk or a few minutes of exercise each day, rather than waiting until you have the perfect workout gear or a free hour in your schedule. If you're working on cultivating a more positive mindset, begin by identifying one small thing you're grateful for each day, rather than waiting for a day without challenges. Control what you can. One of the cornerstone teachings of Stoicism, beautifully encapsulated in the opening lines of Epictetus's Enchiridion, is the distinction between what is within our control and what isn't. Our thoughts, perceptions, and actions fall within our sphere of control, while external events and the actions of others do not. This principle invites us to redirect our energy and focus towards our own actions and attitudes, rather than expending it on attempting to control the uncontrollable. Applying this principle in our daily lives leads to a significant shift in how we approach challenges and setbacks. Instead of being overwhelmed by external circumstances or the actions of others, we learn to focus on our responses to these situations. This approach empowers us, giving us a sense of agency and reducing feelings of helplessness and frustration. For instance, if you're faced with a difficult situation at work, such as a project falling behind schedule due to external factors, focusing on what you can control, such as your attitude towards the setback, your communication with your team, and the steps you personally can take to mitigate the issue can lead to more productive outcomes and less stress. Embrace challenges as opportunities. A fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy is viewing obstacles not as impediments, but as vital elements of our growth and development. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, encapsulates this mindset with the assertion, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This principle encourages a radical reevaluation of our approach to life's challenges, urging us to perceive them as opportunities for progress rather than setbacks. In practical terms, embracing challenges as opportunities requires a shift in perspective. It's about seeing every difficulty that arises as a chance to practice virtues, such as patience, resilience, and courage. This Stoic mindset transforms the landscape of our daily lives, turning what might initially appear as roadblocks into stepping stones towards personal growth and self-improvement. For instance, if you're faced with a particularly challenging project at work, instead of viewing it as a stressor, try to see it as an opportunity to enhance your skills, such as time management, problem solving, and teamwork. Similarly, personal setbacks can be reframed as chances to practice emotional resilience, adaptability, and the cultivation of inner strength. This perspective doesn't diminish the reality of the obstacles we face, but offers a more empowering approach to navigating them. By embracing challenges as opportunities, we not only become more adept at handling adversity, but also open ourselves up to a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose in our lives. Practice gratitude. While not a Stoic philosopher, Epictetus' sentiment, "Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the hoped-for things," beautifully complements the Stoic practice of gratitude. Practicing gratitude involves recognizing and appreciating the value of what we currently possess, whether that's material goods, relationships, achievements, or even the simple, often overlooked aspects of our daily lives. Integrating gratitude into our daily routines can profoundly impact our overall well-being and outlook on life. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of abundance and contentment. This practice can mitigate feelings of envy, frustration, and dissatisfaction, which often stem from comparing our lives to idealized standards or the achievements of others. To cultivate gratitude on a daily basis, one might start by maintaining a gratitude journal, noting down 3 things they are grateful for each day. This simple practice can help rewire our brains to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of our lives more readily. Furthermore, expressing gratitude to others can enhance our relationships and connect us more deeply with those around us. Act with integrity. One of the core Stoic principles is to live a life of virtue and integrity. Marcus Aurelius advises, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This statement emphasizes the importance of action over theoretical discussions about morality and ethics. It suggests that the essence of self-improvement lies not in endless deliberation about what it means to live a good life, but in the actual practice of virtue in our daily actions. Living with integrity, according to Stoicism, involves aligning our actions with our values, even when it is challenging or when no one else is watching. It means being honest, just courageous, and self-disciplined, not for the sake of recognition or reward, but because it is the right thing to do. This commitment to virtue in all aspects of life requires continuous effort and self-reflection to ensure that our actions reflect our principles. Applying this principle in our lives can take many forms. For instance, in the workplace, acting with integrity might mean being truthful in our communications and dealings with colleagues, even when a lie could temporarily benefit us. In personal relationships, it might involve being faithful and reliable, keeping our promises, and respecting others' boundaries. The practice of living with integrity also extends to how we handle our failures and mistakes. A Stoic approach to such situations involves owning up to our errors, learning from them, and making amends where possible rather than hiding them or blaming others. This fosters a culture of trust and respect, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. Reflect daily. Marcus Aurelius was a proponent of daily reflection, a practice evident throughout his work, Meditations. He believed in starting each day with a moment of contemplation, considering the privileges of human life and the virtues he wished to embody. Similarly, Stoicism teaches that reflection at the end of the day is equally important, as it provides an opportunity to review our actions, assess our progress in living according to our values, and identify areas for improvement. Daily reflection can significantly enhance our self-improvement journey. It allows us to pause in our fast-paced lives and consider our actions, reactions, and the alignment of our lives with Stoic principles. This practice encourages mindfulness and self-awareness, helping us to become more conscious of our choices and their impacts on ourselves and others. Engaging in daily reflection can be as simple as taking a few minutes each morning to set intentions for the day and each evening, to contemplate what went well and what could have been done differently. Questions such as, did I act in accordance with my values today? Or, how could I have handled a challenging situation more constructively? Can guide this process. This practice not only fosters personal growth, but also enhances our sense of purpose and fulfillment by aligning our daily actions with our broader life goals. Learn from failure. Stoicism offers a unique perspective on failure, viewing it not as a setback, but as a fundamental part of the learning process and personal growth. Seneca's words, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body," encapsulate this idea by suggesting that challenges and failures are essential for developing mental resilience and wisdom. According to Stoic philosophy, every failure is an opportunity to practice virtues such as perseverance, humility, and adaptability. To apply this Stoic principle in our lives requires a shift from viewing failures as purely negative experiences to seeing them as valuable feedback. For instance, if a project at work doesn't go as planned, instead of berating ourselves or dwelling on the negative aspects, we can ask, what can be learned from this experience? This approach encourages us to analyze our actions, identify mistakes, and devise strategies to improve in the future. Learning from failure also involves cultivating a growth mindset, a concept that aligns well with Stoic teachings. It's the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and input from others. Embracing this mindset means seeing every failure as a step towards mastery, rather than a reflection of inherent incapacity. Moreover, sharing our failures and the lessons learned with others can demystify the path to success, showing it as a series of trials, errors, and incremental improvements, rather than a smooth, unerring journey. This not only aids our own growth, but can also inspire and educate those around us. Pursue virtue over pleasure. A key tenet of Stoicism is the pursuit of virtue over pleasure. Marcus Aurelius advised, if you seek tranquility, do less. Or more accurately, focus on what's essential, doing less but doing it better. This sentiment emphasizes the Stoic belief that true contentment comes from living a life aligned with virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation, rather than chasing fleeting pleasures or external successes. In the context of our daily lives, prioritizing virtue over pleasure means making choices that reflect our deepest values and long-term well-being, rather than immediate gratification. For example, it might mean choosing to spend time working on a challenging skill that aligns with our career goals instead of watching television, or opting to have meaningful conversations with family instead of scrolling through social media. Practicing this principle also involves setting boundaries around work, leisure, and distractions, ensuring that our actions contribute to our growth and happiness in a meaningful way. It teaches us to find joy and satisfaction, not in material possessions or accolades, but in the richness of our inner life and the quality of our relationships. The pursuit of virtue over pleasure doesn't mean that Stoics must deny themselves all forms of enjoyment. Rather, it's about choosing pleasures that are in harmony with our values and that contribute to our overall well-being, rather than those that distract us from our goals or lead to negative consequences. Develop self-discipline. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on self-discipline as a means to achieve freedom from the tyranny of desires and impulses that can lead us astray from our values and goals. Seneca's advice: no person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. Underscores the importance of mastering our desires to live a virtuous and contented life. Developing self-discipline according to Stoic philosophy involves a conscious effort to align our actions with our rational judgment and ethical values, rather than being led by fleeting emotions or external pressures. It means practicing restraint in the face of temptations that do not serve our higher purposes and committing to our chosen path even when it requires effort and sacrifice. In practical terms, cultivating self-discipline can start with small, everyday choices. For example, it could mean resisting the urge to procrastinate on important tasks, choosing healthier eating habits, or dedicating time to study or practice a skill despite distractions. Over time, these choices become habits, strengthening our willpower and our ability to make decisions that align with our long-term well-being and goals. Self-discipline also extends to how we manage our emotions and reactions. Stoicism teaches us not to be swayed by external events, but to maintain equanimity and make reasoned choices regardless of circumstances. This emotional regulation is a form of self-discipline that enables us to respond to life's challenges with composure and wisdom. Acceptance. Another foundational aspect of Stoic philosophy is acceptance, recognizing and embracing the reality of our situation, including those aspects we cannot change. Marcus Aurelius reflected, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs." This teaches us that acceptance is not a passive resignation, but an active engagement with life, acknowledging our current circumstances while still working towards improvement within those constraints. Acceptance in Stoicism involves understanding the limits of our control and focusing our energy and efforts on our own actions and attitudes. It's about making peace with the past and present, freeing ourselves from the burden of wishing things were different, and instead, putting our resources into making the best of what is within our power to influence. This principle has profound implications for how we approach challenges and setbacks. Instead of wasting energy fighting against unchangeable aspects of our situation, we learn to adapt and find ways to thrive within our given circumstances. Acceptance also fosters a sense of tranquility and contentment, as we are no longer constantly battling against reality. However, Stoic acceptance does not mean passivity in the face of injustice or wrongdoing. It calls for discernment to recognize when change is possible and necessary and the courage to act on it. Acceptance is balanced with the commitment to act virtuously and to improve ourselves and our world within the limits of our control. By practicing self-discipline and acceptance, we embody the Stoic ideals of self-mastery and peace with our circumstances. These principles guide us to a life of purpose, resilience, and satisfaction, showing that true happiness comes from within and is achievable through the cultivation of virtue, reason, and harmony with the nature of things. In weaving together these tenets of Stoicism, beginning from where you are, focusing on what you can control, embracing challenges as opportunities, practicing gratitude, acting with integrity, reflecting daily, learning from failure, pursuing virtue over pleasure, developing self-discipline, and cultivating acceptance, we find a comprehensive blueprint for self-improvement and personal growth. These principles guide us not towards a destination of perfection, but towards a journey of continuous progress, where each step taken is a victory in itself. Stoicism teaches us that the essence of self-improvement lies in our ability to cultivate inner strength, wisdom, and virtue, regardless of external circumstances. It offers a path to tranquility and fulfillment through the mastery of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, encouraging us to lead lives marked by purpose, resilience, and harmony with the world around us. As we incorporate these Stoic practices into our daily lives, we may find ourselves more equipped to face life's challenges with grace, to find joy and contentment in the present moment, and to contribute positively to the lives of others. This journey of self-improvement, grounded in Stoic wisdom, is not a solitary endeavor, but one that connects us with a community of like-minded individuals seeking to live their best lives. Let us move forward with the understanding that while the path may be demanding, the rewards of living in accordance with these Stoic principles are profound. Through continuous effort, reflection, and commitment to our personal growth, we can aspire not just to improve ourselves, but also to make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoicism for self-improvement. May the journey ahead be filled with progress, not perfection, as we strive to embody the strength, wisdom, and virtue that Stoicism teaches. Let's continue to support and inspire one another on this path, as we each strive to live a life of purpose and fulfillment.